Hi, it's the 26th of July 2018 at 2 pm. The way I've learned to put things together is via a diagram. I've done it a couple of times now. I'll set a diagram and I paint myself into a corner with it. I set up a whole bunch of rules that are very strict. I don't know why I do it. It seems to be a complete contradiction to my life. I mean, throughout my whole life, I was given free rein. I had no boundaries. Could do whatever I want, go wherever I want. I've still done that largely, but mentally, I've gone the opposite way. I've set very, very tight boundaries for myself. For example, it's got to be a diagram that I can fit a lot of different topics to, and it can't change. I can't, for example, I can't make it, that blue section come down here in some videos and up there in others. No, it's got to remain the same. So, it's really got to be in the same format, basically. But I'll change some of the content with it. More so that than that, I've got this here is a win-lose situation, whereas that is either neutral or win-win situation. On this side, you've got opposite or opposing ideas, not exactly opposite, but they have an oppositeness about, if that's a word, about them. So the whole thing is it's very structured. And I'm acutely aware of it. I've been using it for years. I really love it. It's really constricting but I love it when I get there because I no longer have to think in a way. I just have to fit things to it. For example, I've got a video I'd like to do that's interesting to me. I think it's fascinating. But when I try to fit it to this diagram, it doesn't work. It doesn't. There's no oppositeness, if you like, or opposing. So I'll have to rethink it. There's one I want to do, but that could indicate there's probably a few things to it. I don't know. I have to just sort of let it all pan out. But that's what I do. But in doing that, it made me think about people what I think people who are in this zone here, what they think about, and what their backdrop is. And if you ask me, it's that they're right and wrong. Or they're in the right, actually. That's their one thing is no matter what, they or their group that they support are in the right. That's their backdrop. Doesn't matter. And they'll fit and change and manipulate and change anything to fit the idea that is the outcome. It doesn't matter that you look at it and don't agree with it, or it just seems stupid to you. No, for some reason, that's it. They're in the right, and if you don't agree with them, then you're wrong. And that's. Whereas people up here, and I'm one of them, tend to do things like this, because I look at it and think, no, that's. I even change it. Think, no, take that out of there. It doesn't belong there, or because there's no right and wrongness to it, or this isn't opposite. Because I know I look at it and I think I don't believe that. If I don't believe it, nobody else will either. But it's just how I've set up my mind. That I try and look at something and think, if I'm looking at it and you're looking at it, or we're both looking at it and thinking, you can't really argue with that. And then I think, fair enough, it must be fairly valid. Right? But in this area, no, it doesn't work that way. Now, it seemed Emily mentioned it the other day. She said, what are you trying to achieve? Talking to one of the women. And when I was thinking about this video today, I thought, that's so applicable here. Because what they're really trying to achieve, not that they'll say it, but what they want to prove is that they, or the group that they support, are in the right. That's underneath it, it's hidden. It's their little hidden agenda. They're not going to come out and say, I like to be right about everything that I say. Because if they did that, they know that they would be frowned upon, because it just doesn't sound right, does it? But so they'll act it. And so when you ask them, what are you trying to achieve, they won't answer. Because they can't. Because one, they're not trying to achieve anything, and two, they're you know, they're not about to admit it. So it's a hidden. Whereas I'll quite openly come out and say, no, I'm trying to achieve a better social environment. And look, just look at the channel. You don't have to look any further than that. I think we all get along, really well. And it's good. It's great. I like it. It does say that offers value to me. Hopefully it offers value to you. I'm sure it does. But I would say it's pleasant, harmonious, and I would say fairly progressive. Okay? And that's what I'm trying to achieve. Put my hand up, beat me down, or whatever you want to do. But that's what I'm trying to achieve. You'll find, ask these people what they're trying to achieve, they can't. Because really at the bottom of all, the base of all, they want to be right, or their group is right. The group that they support is in the right. They're a part of that group, therefore they are in the right. It's that sort of logic, which I don't really see as a great deal of logic at all. Yeah, but anyway, that's just the way I'm seeing it. I think that's what you're up against. And there is the whole point I'm trying to make here. There's no point in getting down with them because it will never ever convince them that there's something wrong with their thinking. Like you could say to me, "Oh, gee, Bob, no, I think you've got this bit wrong or that bit wrong," and I'd look at it and think, "No, you're probably right. I'll take it out, and I'll change it around." I welcome that, because I want it to be stronger and better. Because I think it gives us all something, a framework, a mental framework to operate within, because this will be getting indelibly etched on your mind, believe it or not. You watch enough videos, it'll be sticking there. You'll be thinking about it deep down, and so if you've got any, I've put up here people of different persuasion. So I had to think about that a couple of times. I thought, is that actually strictly true on the channel, or are we all the same people? Are we sort of a group of people that are linked together by some common bond? So I'd be open to I could be wrong there. I mean, so, you might say, "Oh no, change it to this or that." Yeah, go right. I think that'd be better. But that's if you see my point, it's different. It's one you're open to changing it because you want to progress, and the other one you want to win. That's essentially the difference. But my whole point is it's just you get more evidence that there is no point of going into the dark zone. Right? This is actually what I'm trying to achieve now. I'm trying to convince you. Remember, I used to put convince up there, that there's actually no point. You will not achieve anything down there. All that's going to happen is you'll just get into the soup and someone will poke their finger in your eye. That's all that will happen. That's my view. I'm lecturing a little bit here, but that's what I'm trying to convince you of. That there's absolutely, this is going to be my whole thing for the next few videos. There's no point in going there. The idea is to avoid it. This is going to be my new theme for a bit. Just stay out of there. You will find it goes so much better. You'll have a much better day. And as soon as you find ways to avoid that little area, things will start getting better. Okay, now I've got I've got a couple of little things. This is a new idea I want to try. If I remember to do it each day, I'd like to try this sort of like how I've set up this. I've made a framework for myself that I've had to force myself to do. It's a bit of fun. Okay, I think. So what I've decided to do for those of you who wish to partake, and I know there'll be a few there, if you can use, I'm going to give you a word or a term or something, and if you can use them in comments, just a little challenge for you, okay? And if you use this word or term in 3 or more comments, the following day, if I remember, I will put your name up on the board of honour. Yeah, and that'll be your little reward. And you'll be world famous. You'll be known all over the world for being a real smartass. But anyway, today's word, just to start it off, is a term actually, ipso facto. Ipso facto. Okay. That's it. If you can use that in, a comment, one comment, or you don't have to use it at all. I don't care if you don't use it. But if, for those of you who like the little mental challenge, yeah, try and build ipso facto into your comments if you make any today. Oh, and like one last thing. Yeah, Anime Guy Reviews gave me the name of a great anime. It's called Death Note and Death Note 2. It's Japanese anime, of course. It's rather good. It's 20-minute episodes. I'll put a link to the first one in the description. You can have a look at it if you want to. Yeah, I quite enjoyed it. I'm going to watch one episode a day. It actually reminded me of my eldest daughter. That guy in it. I think it's called Kira. His name is Kira. I think that's what they end up calling him. Yeah, it sort of reminded me of her. Everything about him. Actually, that's if you watch it, that's my eldest daughter, or she's a female, but that's about the only difference. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, I shall leave it at that. Ipso facto. Try your hardest. Go on. Go for it. Have a bit of fun. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye.